There's so much to break down in this film. This film is almost 3 hours. There is so much to break down. So I'm gonna do my best to give you a general, non-spoiler, general view on this film. In terms of a narrative, in terms of a story, and in terms of a story that has twists and turns, but just tells a intricate narrative from beginning to end, you might argue that this might be the best Batman film. Now, my favorite Batman film for me, number one, will always be Batman '89. Batman Returns is a close second, but Matt Reeves went all out in this thing, man. So let me just give my general thoughts here. When they say it's a detective story, 100%. Because remember how in the Dark Knight, no one said it was good, a detective story, and that was like he was a detective for one scene. This film, he's a detective. This is a detective film from beginning to end. These are guys trying to break down a guy causing crimes in the city. For me, Robin Pattinson does a very good job, both as Batman and as Bruce Wayne. Also likes Alfred as well. Jeffrey Wright. Not many people talk about Jeffrey Wright, but um, one of the probably my favorite part of this film was the dynamic between Batman and Gordon, because it felt as if no, these are like two partners trying to crack a crime. Just that's chemistry between them, because it feels like if you're watching a real film. Like I have not felt this way watching a comic book film since Joker. This isn't as good as Joker. Joker is the best, probably might arguably be the best film based off of a comic book ever made. So this is not as good as Joker, but they're not for one moment does this go into a comic book movie trope. Not for 1 second. So it's really when this guy says this is a detective film like Seven and Zodiac, not as good as Seven and Zodiac, but like Seven and Zodiac, bro, it feels like it's like Seven and Zodiac. It's not as good. The writing is not as good as those films because those films are masterpieces, but it's in the same vein, which is why compared to most comic book films, this is in a different league. They showed like Doctor Strange 2 trailer before this. This film is in a different galaxy from the garbage we're getting from Marvel right now. So I have to shout out to Matt Reeves for bro, what you said you'd do, you pretty much did. I did not like Paul Dano. Again, guys, I literally just watched this film like a few hours ago. So Paul Dano for me had really good moments and moments that was bad because the issue with Paul Dano is that Paul Dano, look at what Jeffrey Wright is doing. Look what John Turturro is doing. Look what Robert Pattinson is doing. I'm not a fan of Zoe Kravitz. I'm not a fan of Zoe Kravitz. I don't think she's a very strong actress. She did it. It was a decent job. She was slightly better than I thought that she would be. Again, she wasn't great. She didn't Michelle Pfeiffer, but she was good. She was decent. I was She was decent. Basically, she didn't pull the film down, and she did a decent job. But like, she did the best she could for someone of her talents. Again, she's not a great actress, but so she did pretty good for someone of her talents. But bro, I think it's Greg Fraser who also did the cinematography for Dune. This film visually looks freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. That's chasing. That's chasing, bro. Visual level looks amazing. Oh, Colin Farrell. That's makeup is amazing. Like Colin Farrell, like it's not him. He completely disappears in that. I already said John Turturro is amazing. You see, I don't want to give too much stuff away, so I don't want to just give just a general viewpoint of this. But a lot of people will be talking about, is this better than Dark Knight? Is this better than the Dark Knight? For me, I think this is a better film than the Dark Knight did not know whether it wanted to be a film or a comic book movie because this is what I said before. In the Dark Knight, there was a moment where he has his blue eyes and it goes into Call of Duty or something. Not for one moment does this fall into any comic book movie trope. From beginning, for nearly 3 hours, you feel like you're watching a film. You feel like if you're really watching a story. I'm thinking about it now. There are hardly. I'm thinking about it now. This is. I don't think there were hardly any one-liners. There were hardly. You see, there were hardly. You know how you have the one-liner gag, the comic book movie gag. Hey, There were hardly any, because even that, I don't wear any hockey pads. So this film felt pretty serious for most of it. Because I'm going to say, wait a minute, they're hardly like, because even in the cinema, there were hardly any moments that there was a, out of there was never a moment in this film where there was loud laughter. Like a few laughs here there, but there's never like, oh haha, that's the jokey bit there. Again, for me, look, to be honest, the only thing that annoyed me about this film was Paul Dano. Because you play such a crucial part of it, and you look at how serious the film is, and there are just bits. There's certain acting decisions he made that just took me out of the film. I was like, why would you make that acting decision? Why would you say that line that way? Because look at how this film is, how it's going, the mood it's creating, and you just because bro, I told you, Jeffrey Wright's man. Because what Jeffrey Wright does is that it's low key. It's low key, but his dynamic with Robin Pattinson, that is the heart and soul of the film. Is Pattinson and Jeffrey Wright. They're the guys that really, they're the nucleus and heart and soul of the film. But you look at what John Turturro did. So you say, guys, I'm gonna have to give, because I need to watch this film again. So this is just first watch. But on a first watch, bro, there's a scene. Again, I don't ruin anything. There's a scene when Batman says what's up to some bad guys. You'll know it when you see it. Basically, there's a scene when Batman arrives. There's a scene when, oh, Batman is here. I'll be back with more.